initiative portal, you can also find out how technology can be applied to solve real-world challenges. More importantly, I personally believe that learning should be fun. Learning should be enjoyable, and it should be a journey. And of course, right, it should be outcome focused, but more importantly, I think every single learner should be able to enjoy and have an end-to-end learning journey that will energize us all and that will able to spur us all to reach for the stars. So I would like to thank you for all your participation, and I wish you lots of fun and have a meaningful learning journey ahead. And before I pass the time back to Ramya, I would like to take this opportunity and the time to give a quick introduction and say hello to the next speaker, Dr. Buddha. This is the second time that we are in the same conference, and Dr. Buddha is a superstar, right? He is so passionate about helping students to learn and supporting the universities. So thank you so much, Dr. Buddha, and thank you for supporting and partnering with IBM as well. So without further ado, I'll pass the time back to Ramya. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Ms. Yan. It was nice sharing your experiences over here. And so by now all of you all know that our next speaker is none other than Dr. Chandrasekhar Vitta. So it's a great honor to introduce Dr. Chandrasekhar Vitta, Chief Coordinating Officer, AICTE India. Its principal emphasis is to develop the customer ground, profit margins, and ensure operational significance while navigating the execution of policies and standards that align with the company's vision and business philosophies. He is a wizard with experience in different domains, starting from technical to project management and from pre-sales to entrepreneurial skills. So, Mr. Vitta, you are the lead now. Over to you.
Thank you. Good evening, all. And I would like to really thank IBM for empowering our students and giving them so much support so that they will build the confidence, because for every person, the confidence is important. You know, that I can solve it. You know, I have already looked into similar kind of problems. You know, I have that capability. I think IBM is helping our students, and we are very much interested to have a much more in-depth collaboration with IBM in various areas. I mean, one, I, as you all know, I'm a technologist. I'm really interested on data science, artificial intelligence, because, you know, I daily play with it. But the one thing I really attracted for this particular Build-A-Thon, because there are a couple of other Build-A-Thons happen from SmartInternz, and they are part of our NEET 2.0 initiative. The pharma analytics, I think, you know, that's a space, that's a new space. Lots of opportunities are available and lots of pharma related data is getting built. I think that's an opportunity window for our students also to learn and get into and create new applications. I mean, if you ask me from a financial analytics point of view, you know, there's lots of products are available, you know, to determine the financials. But on the open space, I see the pharma, and the another one is applied data science. I mean, you know, that's again another area where there's lots of opportunities, and because of the 5G internet connection and with industry 4.0 and 5.0, I mean, even if you see now, we are slowly moving from a 4.0 to 5.0, where the product is going to be personalized according to the user requirements. What it really means is the data collection points are going to increase. So as of now, we have, I mean, based on my understanding, we have somewhere around 60 to 70 different data points is what we are capturing. You know, with respect to any customer, the maximum data collection points. But now I see after 5G, we may have more than 200 and 250 data collection points, and where we need to apply the analytics and intelligence to understand and translate that raw data into a meaningful information. That's where I see a company like IBM, which has infinite patents. I think, you know, if you name patent, I think, you know, the IBM comes into picture. I was really wondered, I mean, I think if my understanding is correct, more than 70 to 80% of patents owned by IBM world. I think they have repository of patents. What it really means is, it means, they have a capability of innovation, they have capability of research, they have capability of generating millions of opportunities. That's where I thank SmartInternz. Even though when we selected them, we have selected them based on one particular point, that energy, what they showed to us. The energy, the kind of openness, the kind of learning they are doing to our students, and empowering 25,000 students. It's not a small task, because see, maybe today we all are coming here and saying, this is a great initiative, and we all will disappear after this event. But they are the one who is executing, interacting with institutes, interacting with the students, understanding their concerns, understanding the industry requirements, connecting them together. I think they became the center of the solar system. Like, now the SmartInternz along with IBM became a center of the universe like sun. The rest of the people are observing, and they're on the observing side. And I really appreciate the kind of initiatives we are taking. And I request SmartInternz to take up, edge computing also as a one more opportunity, because I see IBM is number one in edge computing. So I think we need to utilize this opportunity and request IBM to give some kind of a skilling and upskilling and real-time project opportunity to our students on the edge computing side. So that's my request, a personal request to you and your team members, to see the possibility. And when you visit India, you please do come to our office. We are so happy to meet you all. And as IBM is already a part of need, I mean, as I said, there is an initiative from government of India. Oh, Manish is also there. Oh, hi, Manish. So Manish is the one who is handling from the other side. So you have a brilliant team in India. And they are so patient. We have gone through so many hurdles, but somehow we are making it. Because see, lots of people give excuses to go out of the system. But they have taken that as a challenge, and we have breakthrough through all the barriers of this government, process, and we taken things ahead, and it is benefiting the students as well as institutes. And we would like you to collaborate with our institutes on the research side also, because we strongly feel, see, one is skilling and upskilling them to up to one level. But the minute we upgrade our faculty with the faculty development programs on the researching and innovation, that will open up an opportunity, because each teacher can train up to 4,000 to 5,000 students, for at least for next 1 year. I think that kind of a capability they have, and they can mentor. And we are even opened up new initiatives with help of government of India. What we did is, we have opened up investments within our educational institutes. So it is called external commercial borrowing. Let's say IBM wants to start a center of excellence in one of the institutes in India. You are welcome to do it. And you can have establish your center of excellence, maybe one startup ecosystem, or maybe a research center within the college itself. So this kind of modeling is what is happening in our country. And I'm very much sure that in 1 or 2 years time down the line, we will have much more project and product-based build-a-thons, and not only technology tracks. I think, I request Amrenderji one more thing. See, Amrenderji, now we are focusing only on technology. We need to mix that with the domain space. So like, how we can utilize business analytics in retail space, how we can utilize business analytics in roads and transport. I think, the minute we change and we come up with a kind of a combination of a domain knowledge with skills, right? That is a real empowerment. So I request you to look into such kind of opportunities in our future assignments. I wish best of luck to everyone, and thank you, IBM, once again. And I see Adani ji also on the call. Namaste to Adani ji. And Soumya ji, and let us all work together and take our country forward. And every citizen, I mean, Yan Feng Yu, we treat every citizen of this globe as our sisters and brothers. This is we called in India Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the world is one and we all are brothers and sisters. Let us all move together and grow together. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity, and namaste to all. And please be safe. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Chandrasekhar Buddha. I think your vision behind NEET has helped all edtech startups in India to scale up and reach out across the globe. So thank you so much for joining this launch event, and definitely we will launch the future events into edge computing, as well as we are already lined up some of the events specific to the domains which you have mentioned. Thanks for the advice. We look forward to.
Thank you. And I just want to finish with one thing. I think let us not ignore the agriculture. I strongly believe, and in 2012, I listened to Honorable ex-President Abdul Kalam ji. He mentioned one thing: by 2025, the farmer is going to be the richest person. I think we need to help him to become a rich. I think the technology, we can use the technology. So why don't you come up with something called drone farming, vertical farming, how we can utilize technologies to improve the farm production, how we can reduce the wastage of farm production. I think these are the areas where we need to explore. Please think about it. Thank you.
Definitely, sir. Thanks for the advice.
Thank you, Dr. Buddha, for all your support to our initiatives. Nice listening to you again.
Thank you, Dr. Buddha, for addressing students and also sharing your thoughts on future events and giving the great suggestion to include the domain knowledge skills with the programs, whatever we implement in future. So thank you so much for that. Moving on next, I'm more than happy to introduce Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Ravinder, Osmania University, Hyderabad. Dr. Ravinder has assumed charge as the 25th Vice Chancellor of the 100-plus-year-old Osmania University on 24th May 2021. He has more than 30 years of teaching, research, and academic administrative experience. He is one of the few academic administrators of Telangana state to be trained in leadership in academic programs sponsored by the Ministry of the Human Resource Development, Government of India at the University of Hyderabad and at Monash University, Melbourne, Australia. Professor Ravinder has rich and diversified experience in research and academic administration. On the administrative side, he had served as the principal of the OU Postgraduate College and principal of the prestigious University College of Arts and Social Sciences, popularly known as Arts College, for about the last 4 years. He also served as the Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences, Mahatma Gandhi University, and Deputy Coordinator of the Center for Advanced Studies, a high-level UGC-sponsored research program at the Department of Political Science, Osmania University. Dr. Ravinder, you are the lead
now. Jay, can you check? Is there any technical issue with the sir?
Yeah, I'll check on it. I think he just left. I'll check on it. We'll move on to the next.
So I think we have some technical issue with Dr. Ravinder. So let's move on with our next guest. It's a pleasure and honor to introduce Dr. Adani, former director to IIT Agartala. Professor Adani is a well-known scholar across the country. He is currently the member board of governors for Indian Institute of Engineering, Science and Technology, Singapore, West Bengal, and also for Indian Institute of Petroleum and Energy, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. He had held various prestigious positions in his career, like Principal, AU College of Engineering, Andhra University, Visakhapatnam, Chairman, Faculty of Engineering, AU College of Engineering, Andhra University, Visakhapatnam, Member Board of Studies in Computer Science, Berhampur University, Orissa, Member of UGC Curriculum Development Committee at national level, and many more. He has been awarded with various prestigious awards like Best Researcher Award for the year 2005-2006, Bharat Jyoti Award for the year 2008, Best Academician Award for the year 2009-2010, Distinguished Academician Award for the year 2011, State Best Teacher Award for the year 2015 from Government of Andhra Pradesh. Professor Adani has produced more than 20 PhDs. He is a member of 9 different professional bodies and has published various books on computer programming and computer graphics, published papers in numerous international and national journals, and also part of various international and national conferences. We are really glad to have you here, sir. Over to you now.
Well, good evening, all of you. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, you're audible.
Good evening, all of you. I am really honored to be amongst the various intellectuals of the Vice Chancellor of Usmania University, and of course, Dr. Chandrasekhar Buddha, who is an achiever actually, and Dr. Malhotra and others. And I'm really thankful to IBM SmartBid for making me here. For example, I am not working anywhere now except that I'm a member of governing body of 3 central institutes. So when I said this, then they said, no, you need to be here. Thanks for that. And after listening to people like Dr. Buddha and others, I feel, yes, the project-based learning has something to do with NEP 2020, that is National Education Policy 2020. So in which I am one of the members in the formative stages. So actually NEP 2020 focuses on this. Technically, most often we see many of our engineering graduates who are coming out 10 lakhs in number per year. So there is a disconnect between their studies and the skills. Unfortunately, not more than 20% are employable straight away. This has been the case for many years. So with the advent of the national education policy, this with the concepts like project-based learning is going to change. For example, in NEP, it suggests 3 L's. The first L is learning skills. The second L is literacy skills. Not literary skills, but it's literary skills. The third one is life skills. So education must be in such a way that it must be able to provide all the 3 L's. That is learning skills, literary skills, and life skills. Again, what does the NEP 2020 specify about learning skills? So learning skills should imbibe or should inculcate or should be able to generate curiosity, that is 4 C's, C. Curiosity, critical thinking, creative thinking, and collaborative thinking. This is what is defined as learning skills as per NEC 2020. And obviously, the project-based learning or the efforts of this smart internet, so they are trying to come up with a model in various latest technologies to address these issues. Secondly, the literacy skills. The literacy skills must include the information skills and media skills. That means somebody might have innovated something, but then he must be able to put it properly. That is the media skills. And the third one is technology skills. The latest technology skills must be imbibed amongst the students and other researchers. So these are literacy skills. Literacy skills are information skills, media skills, and technology skills. The last one is life skills. Life skills include flexibility skills. That is, you must be flexible enough, because life skills are the one which ultimately matter for any person to earn his living or to live. So he must be able to have flexibility skills. That is, he must be able to change his way of learning or way of thinking or way of using or way of utilizing the technology and other aspects which are around him. That is a flexibility skills. The next one is leadership skills. So unless people are imbibed with leadership skills, it's not going to be anything good for technology, because a great nation will be formed only by innovations and inventions, and that requires some leadership skills. And the third one is initiative skills. After all, most of our students, because I was there 35 years working with students all through. So all through my career, I was a teacher and so on. So a teacher means professor and so on. So in the initiative skills, most often our students lack this. So if you ask them, I'm sure the IBM also must have already have experienced that. If you ask somebody to do this, they are the best people to do it. But then they will not come up with an initiation. That is missing most often. So initiative skills are also required. And productivity skills. Productivity skills, of course, the more productive, obviously, the productivity skills is one of the major things in the life skills. And naturally, social skills. Unless he be social, be active, he will not be able to do that. So this is in nutshell NEP 2020, and which this project-based learning and the team are making to move on with this type of ideas. I'm sure this makes a great beginning. So there is a saying in English which says that there is a saying in English which goes like this: great things have small beginnings. Great things have small beginnings. Even, for example, the Sachin Tendulkar must have started with a 0 or a 1 or a 4 at the most in his career, making so many runs. So I'm sure with this small beginning, I'm sure we are all making great things. We are making our students do great things. Our youngsters do great things, and bringing our, as Dr. Buddha has rightly pointed out, by 2025 or 2030, we are going to show what of the strength of our students, intellectuals, and researchers are in various activities. For example, if you see the CC cameras, I ask every student, why do you require a CC camera? Then they say, sir, to nab the culprits after the crime is done. What do you mean? Why should not you think about the CC cameras being used to nag the culprit before the crime is done? So CC cameras capture few things, but then if you capture the situation over there, which is, let us say, abnormal at that point of time, if the machine is intelligent enough to capture the abnormality of the behavior of a particular person and immediately report it so that he can be analyzed, and then the fellow can be nabbed before a terrorist attack or before something goes wrong. So I was trying to say this, and then I'm sure all these issues will be experienced by the students through this project-based learning. And thank you all for this opportunity to express my views and then contribute whatever little I can. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. We are blessed to have you in this panel today, and with decades of experience working with academia and various bodies across India. I think your advisors will definitely help us, help the budding organizations like us. We will work with you in future to create great models for the academia to upskill our younger generation. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adani, and it was so great of you that you shared the NEP in a nutshell and elaborated the 3 L's, learning skills, literacy skills, and life skills. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for taking your time and attending this evening. So moving on, I would like to introduce our our next guest, Mr. Sriram Iyer, founder and CEO HR Tech Singapore. Sriram Iyer is a certified strengths coach and a human resources practitioner with over 2 decades of experience in the areas of HR technology, workforce planning and strategy, talent supply chain, employee engagement, talent branding and acquisition, and client management. Currently, he is the founder and CEO of HR Tech, a Singapore-focused, HR Tech-focused market development and analyst firm. The company helps Singapore enterprises in identifying the right fit, best-in-class HR Tech solutions for solving their business and HR challenges. In fact, HR Tech Marketplace is now the largest marketplace for HR Tech solution providers in Singapore, with a presence of over 120 curated cutting-edge product providers. He is winner of the coveted Cognizant Chief People Officers Global Award in 2010. Mr. Sriram has been a key speaker of conferences in Singapore. He is a proud alumnus of National University of Singapore and Symbiosis Institute of International Business, India. Thank you for being here, Mr. Sriram, and I would like to hand over the session to you. Over to you now.
Thank you, Ramya. I just realized I should have sent you the shorter version of my profile. Thank you very much for the introduction. I just have a couple of things to share, but very privileged to be sharing the screen along with this esteemed panelists. First thing, at this point of time, as we are talking, I have a senior lecturer from Singapore Polytechnic who's on an industrial attachment to hrtech.sg. So he was on an industrial attachment, a paid industrial attachment by Singapore Polytechnic, which means for those 15 days, Singapore Poly pays him, but he's completely attached to hrtech.sg. Right now, he's working on doing extensive research on conversational chat bots and how conversational AI is helping the HR function, right? So what I would like to say is you need to see more of those happening in India, whereby we have lecturers and professors getting attached to enterprises on industrial attachment, which will really help them in understanding what the current market requirement is. Number two, I went back to business school exactly 20 years after my first MBA. I realized that continuous learning is the only option. And when I went to NUS for my second MBA, all the professors said that very clearly, probably the third MBA has to come in another 10 years, right? I cannot wait for 20 years for my third MBA. If that's the case for someone like me with about 22 years of experience, with the students who are right now embarking on their career, I think you need to probably keep learning continuously. And that's, as all the previous speakers had mentioned, the pandemic has clearly said, that all of us have to be agile. It has to be continuous learning. So please ensure you just don't stop with your college education and project Build-A-Thon. Keep doing more of these because that's the only way forward, right? It's all about ABCD, right? Automation, blockchain, cloud, and data. That's going to be the future, and all the previous speakers have emphasized it. It's all about ABCD. Let's ensure that we continuously keep upgrading ourselves, upskilling, and wherever required, we have to completely reskill. There was a recent report on the 21 HR jobs of the future. Most of the HR jobs, we're talking about data detectives, or we are talking about human-machine teaming managers. These are roles that are coming up in the HR function, which never existed, right? So which means a lot of the HR folks have to reskill themselves, reinvent themselves for these roles. So let's continue to upskill and wherever required, reskill to make sure we are completely aligned to what the market needs. Once again, it's a real privilege to be here. Congratulations to Ravinder and the SmartInternz team for Project Build-A-Thon, and many congrats to the students who have embarked on this. I'm sure this is a great start to your career. Thanks once again for having me here. Back to you, Ramya.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sriram. It was really great that you stressed upon continuous learning, and I think everyone here agrees upon that. So thank you so much.
Ramya, just a minute. Thank you, Sriram, for joining. I would like to take this opportunity that HR Tech SG and SmartInternz are working together to launch the HR Tech specific programs in India. We are planning to introduce HR Tech programs mostly into experiential learning model, introducing the latest analytics specific technologies or HR, the products which are widely used across enterprises. So we'll be soon launching the programs specific to the HR in India. Thank you.
Thanks, Amar. I just have one point. We were just discussing about it yesterday. 2009, I had an opportunity to lead the campus recruitment function for Cognizant. 2009, we hired about 22,000 freshers that year, right? And we had to train them all through the Cognizant Academy. And I was just telling Amar, if we only had such programs back then, it would have made things like us much easier because we had ready trained students who could be deployed into projects. Otherwise, we had to put them through 4 to 6 months of training and then get them deployed to projects. So congrats, Amar, on this again.
Yeah, that would have saved millions of money also.
I agree, Dr. Buddha, completely.
So going forward, I would like to introduce Dr. Soumya Mishra, Associate Dean, SDCC, IBS Pune. Dr. Mishra has been working as an academician for the last 14 years, and her work has involved teaching new age subjects like fintech, innovative financial instruments used for risk management and retail banking. Dr. Mishra's role as an Associate Dean at IBS Pune involves managing and nurturing industry interface with senior corporate alumni and creating platforms for industry students interaction and getting the best people in the industry on board for various engagements like recruitment for summer internships, MTPs, FTPs, fireside chats. She is also the think tank behind TED Talks organized at the Institute, which facilitates a real-time exposure to students to the innovative and out-of-the-box thought process for TED speakers. She has been the recipient of the Best Faculty Mentor Award at the E4 National Award for Best Summer Internship Projects 2020. And in 2019, she was awarded the Best Faculty Institution Building Award by IBS Pune. Dr. Mishra is also contributing her services to Navkiran, an NGO to help students from across India crack their GDPI for banking, investment banking sector. Over to you, Dr. Soumya. You're the lead now.
Thank you very much, Ramya. Thank you, Jay, and the SmartNet team. It's a pleasure and it's a privilege to be on board with such luminaries on the panel. Thank you very much for this opportunity. As rightly pointed out, as an academician, for the last 14 years, I've interacted with students. And as all the esteemed guests have also pointed out, there is a skill gap. And the Prime Minister, the current government is also focusing on how to bridge the skill gap with the concept of upskilling. So with this focus in mind, I was quite pleased to see Project Build-A-Thon, which is planning to upskill 25,000 plus students. It's something quite ambitious, but I'm very sure with meticulous planning, it shall be achieved. All of us are going through times of uncertainty, and the ups and downs have really shaken the foundation of all of us across the world. But still, what we see going very strong is the digital payment space. More so with the pandemic, we don't have physical cash being used. So around 80% of growth in digital payments in India is what was experienced in 2020. And so fintech industry as a whole is moving towards developing these softwares which will provide safe transactions to promote digital payment landscapes in the country. And all this is possible if you've got manpower, which is trained in cryptocurrencies, using AI, ML, and IoT to facilitate such payment facilities. So I think the key here is we have a lot of data, right? So we talk about big data, but how to analyze this data, how to convert it into actionable insights. That's the skill which is needed. So we talk about data storytelling, we talk about dashboards, we talk about agile, Scrum methodology, etc. So this is where the skill gap lies. And if you're able to bridge this gap, we will have possibly, we're looking at $700 billion USD of digital payments in India by next year. And I think we can train our students to provide all of these facilities, to provide these payment facilities indigenously and done by the country. So I look forward to this project, and I hope as an academician, I'm able to contribute my bit to this as well. Thank you, Ramya. Thank you very much, the SmartNet team.
Thank you so much, Dr. Soumya. And it was really nice of you of throwing light on the fintech industry transformation. So thank you so much for speaking to the students this evening. Moving on, I take pride in introducing Mr. Amarendra Katkam, founder and CEO SmartBridge and SmartInternz. Mr. Amarendra, the man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, an idol of knowledge and experience, and an inspiration to all of us. His passion towards building an effective learning system has made him relinquish career in the central government sector to start SmartBridge in 2015. Till date, SmartBridge has enabled thousands of students and faculty on emerging technologies via project-based learning. He has received IBM Champion 2021, 2022, 2019, 2018 for this contribution to the community in building emerging skills. Now I request Mr. Ravinder to take over.
Thank you, Ramya. First of all, I wish you everyone a very happy Engineers Day. So this is the day we have a great our Bharat Ratna Moksha Gunda Moksha. We have to convey our tribute to him, and he is the man behind building the huge dams and brought revolution in our agriculture sector, and that made our country prosper like anything. Yeah, so my sincere thanks to all distinguished speakers for your invaluable support in launching this experiential learning initiative, which is specially designed to upskill the students, not only from engineering domains. Our focus has been, again, because last couple of programs, what we have launched, it was mostly aligned to the engineering domains, but this program particularly is designed to upskill each and every student on data skills, because data skills are very much needed. Data analytics is one of the area which has a lot of value. If you churn data, you can, especially the business, they can leverage a lot of things. They can earn a lot of profits, and they can predict their businesses in a better way. So data skills are mandatory for everyone, irrespective of their the learning domain. So that's why we have aligned this particular program to upskill the students across various domains, starting from the sciences to engineering, pharma, and all MCA, BCA, BBA, MBA. So most of the domains have been covered while crafting this particular the program. And when it comes to upskilling millennials, we at SmartBridge always believe that project-based learning or applied learning or learning by doing is only the way to upskill them. And I can say like the churn, the innovative mindset in their the students, because these students, especially the millennials and the Generation Z, they can contribute a lot to the nation through the innovation. So that is possible only when we train them in applied learning model, not like a regular classroom model. So that's why since inception of SmartBridge, we have adopted a model of project-based learning, tested a lot of programs with academia, and we have seen great results in terms of building innovation ecosystem as well as building the careers of students. So we strongly recommend all the students who join this launch event to join this particular program, which has a lot of value in it. You will enjoy learning technologies in applied way. You will be building wonderful projects under the guidance of expert mentors. And we also request all educators who join this particular launch event to communicate this program to your students and help them to participate in this program. And you can also be part of our mentor panel if needed. If you're already into the research domains specific to the data analytics or the data science or artificial intelligence, we are happy to have you as mentors for this particular program. And once again, my sincere thanks to all distinguished speakers. And I would like to convey my special thanks to Dr. Mani and Mona for supporting us and working together to build our beautiful programs for the past couple of years. Thank you all.
Thank you, Amarinder. The pleasure is all ours. It's been great pleasure partnering with you. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you all. We had great conversations today, and I hope the students have some takeaway from this event. And on behalf of the SmartBridge, I would like to thank you all once again for graciously joining us for the event launch. I thank all the guests for taking some time out of your busy schedules to join us this evening and making the launch event a success. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, let me walk all of you across the Build-A-Thon page so that you'll all able to, all the students and the faculty able to enroll for the program. So let me share my screen and walk you across the Build-A-Thon program. So yeah, this is a Build-A-Thon program where all the students can log in and they can enroll for the Build-A-Thon. So we'll be sharing the links for the program in the chat. You can look out for it. So this program basically have lots of cohorts. Every month we'll have different kinds of cohorts. So all the students would be getting access to IBM initiative, academic initiative accounts as part of this Build-A-Thon program. And they all would be able to choose from the available technology tracks. So here we are giving access to 6 different technology tracks for the students. So which is applied data science, marketing analytics, HR analytics, and finance analytics, pharma analytics, and artificial intelligence respectively. So while they are choosing the technology track of their interest, they can look at the project that they are going to work on, also know more about each and every individual project that they are going to work on, and understand what it is and all, and based on that they can choose the technology track of their interest. And the cohort timelines are clearly defined and they are displayed on the website. So they can choose which cohort they wanted to attend from the given options. So we'll have about 6 different cohorts, every month 1 cohort, and all the students completed a cohort would be able to work on the guided project on our SmartInternz platform as displayed here. So each student will have about 1 month of time to complete the project and submit back to us. And during this project development phase, they'll be getting mentor support also from our experienced mentors from SmartInternz. So these are the steps a student has to follow. So this is for the students, purely for the students. They should be pursuing any kind of undergraduate course, as we mentioned, can be BB, MBA, BTech, pharma, or all of the different domains that are eligible for this program, and all the students who are interested to take part in this event. And once they're done, they'll be getting access to IBM Academic Initiative accounts, and then they can access the learning resources that are available on the Academic Initiative account, and they can upskill themselves through the 4 days live hands-on boot camps. So these are the cohorts that we are talking about. So every month they'll have 4 days of live sessions from SmartBridge team. They can attend these live sessions and then work on the assigned project on the SmartInternz platform, and then submit back to us. With the mentor support, they can complete the project and they can submit to us on the platform itself, and it will be ready. So this is how all the students would be able to learn the technology and implement it in the form of a project and submit to us. So these are the different kinds of benefits they get as part of the academic initiative account. So all of these things are clearly defined and provided to the students on the portal, enrollment portal, and you can go through all of these things and enroll for it. So we are open for enrollments from today, and this event will last until March 2022. So it's a kind of overall 6 months of duration where we are providing this program to the students. So yeah, we are live now, and we'll be sharing these links across all the groups. So please utilize this program to upskill yourself on the emerging technologies. Once again, thank you all for joining this wonderful event, and happy Engineers Day, everyone. Thank you.